So, we were talking about intimacy. Can you perceive your partner? Do you have a good perception of your partner? Are you responsive to your partner? Sexually, I mean, right? To get that orgasm, right? You want to feel secure. You want to have a secure attachment, a secure arrangement, so that you can experience the best orgasm that you can ever have, right? And I'm thinking that, and I'm knowing right now, and I'm betting that a lot of people don't have that intimacy. So I wanted to find out, how much intimacy do you have? How secure do you feel? How confident do you feel in your relationship that both of you got each other's back, right? Okay, so questionnaire time. Emotional intimacy scale is 1. I have another one, need for sexual intimacy scale. All right, so one's going to talk about, what you need to be intimate. How do you know whether you're intimate or not? What are the requirements? What are you looking for? The second questionnaire is actually to find out what you really need sexually in terms of intimacy, or who you are sexually in terms of intimacy. What do you desire? What is it that you're looking for sexually, intimately with your partner? Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is the emotional intimacy scale. And the first question they ask to know whether emotionally intimate is, the person completely accepts me as who I am. Your partner completely accepts you for who you are, which contributes to your feeling very secure and intimate with your partner. Number 2, I can openly share my deepest thoughts and feelings with this person. Okay, so there's that degree, right? For number 1, the person completely accepts me as who I am. To what degree, right? Number 2, I can only openly share my deepest thoughts and feelings with this person. To what degree? On the lower end, 1. On the higher end, 5. Number 3, this person cares deeply for me. How deeply do they care for you? How deep? Lower end, higher end. So if you're answering these questions, you want to score your partner and find out whether it's a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hopefully it's going to be on the higher end. The higher the number, after you total it up, the better the intimacy. Number 4, this person would willingly help me in any way. That is crucial. That is very important. They will help you in any way. Do they have your back? Will they offer to get you out of a crisis, out of a situation, if you need help, if you ask for help? This person would willingly help me in any way. Again, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, my thoughts and feelings are understood and affirmed by this person. This person understands you, knows who you are, and says, you know what, no matter who you are, I accept your faults. I accept all the things that you have bringing into this relationship or don't have, and I'm going to work with you, and we're going to build this thing together, this relationship, and make the most out of it. Isn't that, again, a dream? Isn't that what we all want? Absolutely. But can we get that in our relationship? Can we get that emotional dependency, that emotional reliability, that someone's going to be there for you emotionally? Okay, so that's that question in terms of, are you in a relationship where you are emotionally intimate? And you want to know, because if you're not, that could be interfering with your sexual satisfaction, which again improves your quality of life. Just understand that your sexual satisfaction is directly connected to your quality of life and your lifespan. So you've got to know you might not live long if you're not having sex, right? So you've got to increase the probability and the chance of you having sex, great orgasm, by increasing the emotional intimacy, okay? But sometimes they can't. We talked about that yesterday. There's a fear of intimacy, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But right now, I wanted to focus on what really is involved in being intimate. So that's the general emotional intimacy, right? That you really want to have from the get-go. or along the way as your relationship grows. The need for sexual intimacy scale is really, really interesting, really cool. And it's really asking, what is your motivation for sex? What motivates you? What gets you going about sex? If it gets you going, if sex gets you going. So the questions that they're going to ask are divided into subsections. And the first subsection is, do you have a need, a direct need? I've got to have sex. I've got to have sex. That's a type of need that some people have. Remember, there are different people. We're all different. So you want to know the person you're with in that relationship. Do they have a need that, you know, it's like it's beyond, right? Maybe a little bit more than intimate. Maybe it's a little bit more than you anticipated. So is there a need for that sexual intimacy that is a little bit more than the average bear, right? So do you have a need? And again, to what degree? Forming a relationship and progressing to sex. So there's a degree of how much someone beehives, someone aims to get sex, get under the sheets, right? So that need, how much of a need does your partner have or do you have? You know, again, on that range, again, this questionnaire is 1 to 5. We're going to go through the 22 questions or 22 questions by Marlique and Shelton. So there's a need for some people beyond comprehension. It's like the average person can have an average need for sex. And I guess there are some of those that have more than an average need. There has to be a progression to sex. There is a deep need for some, right? So you want to know. Your affiliation, which is regarding your affection and your closeness. There are some people that really want just to have sex to be close to the person, right? And that is valid. But that closeness, is it to a higher degree or a lower degree? Where do you fall on that spectrum? Again, on this questionnaire, it's going to ask 1 to 5. Where do you fall? Do you really, really have sex purely just to be close to the person, just to hug and to hold? Is that the only thing? Or is there a real desire, like in the need, to actually do the act of sex? Okay. The third category is for dominance. So some people do sex or have sex because they want to dominate, they want to control, they want to persuade you, they want to seduce you, they want to get you under those sheets using their powerful ways, right? So again, if you're in that situation where someone is doing it for dominance, you want to know, is it mild, moderate, severe? Okay, this is crucial again to understand the need to be intimate. How intimate are you? So I have the questions here, and I want to go over what they actually recommend on this questionnaire here. And they define the need for sex. Individuals with a higher need for sex had higher numbers of sexual partners, had higher numbers of one-night stands, were more likely to dominate their partners sexually. So those that have a high need, some of them had a lot of domination going on, dominance, right? So they were more likely to dominate their sexual partner. Reported using condoms less often and used intoxicants like alcohol during sexual encounters more often, or drugs. They also had a harder time talking with their partners about safe sex, were more likely to lie about HIV testing. Lie about HIV testing. Did you get an HIV test? No. Yes. Maybe. Who knows? Are they lying? You want to see those results, by the way. And reported that the most important aspect of a relationship was sex. So the ones that have that need, the most important relationship or aspect in a relationship is sex. Is that a bad thing? It depends on the degree. You got to understand. Is it mild, moderate, or severe? Men tended to report higher needs for sex compared to women. So in this subsection of a need, of course, we can guess men had a higher percentage in the study for a need. So the second category, we have affiliation. I'm just reporting again what the study showed and what they defined. A need for affiliation. Individuals higher in need for affiliation report being consumed with thoughts of their partners more frequently, so they always think of their partner all day long, were less likely to misinform their partners about being HIV tested, so they didn't lie, were more truthful when revealing information about the number of sexual partners, interesting, and report that being in a relationship was something they need. So they need to be in a relationship while having sex or to enjoy sex. So that affiliation, that closeness is very important to them. Is that you? Is it mild? Is it moderate? Is it severe? Again, we always want it to be in the range of sort of like medium or mild to moderate, nothing too severe or nothing down to the zero end. So we do want to have that affection, that closeness, that desire in the relationship, but we also have to realize that sex does have its role. And if your partner and you have discrepancy or imbalanced or not matching, you're going to have issues. So I want to point this out so that you can address these issues from the get-go, or at least from now on. Women tend to report higher needs for affiliation than men. We're not surprised about that. We women want to be close. We want to be intimate. Okay? Need for dominance. Individuals higher in the need for dominance need and showed a preference for dominating partners in a sexual manner. In addition, they report using condoms less often, and in circumstances where condoms were not available, they were less likely to be turned away by a sexual partner for sex. So they wouldn't care that there's no condom. They will still want to have sex, those that want to dominate. Individuals higher on this measure were more likely to ask partners about their past sexual experiences. So people that want to dominate are going to ask you about your past sexual partners and experiences. And they report that being in a relationship is something they need, and that sex was the important aspect of the relationship. Again, just like the needs, they're very similar. And here they did not see a gender difference. They didn't say whether men or women like it more. They didn't see it. They thought it was equal in their study. Okay. All right, so let's go to the study real quick. 22 questions. It's from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where you definitely disagree to where you definitely agree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so the first question on the questionnaire is, I need. So they all start with I need. I need, number one, to have more sex. So again, these questions are going to be divided into whether they have a need, whether they want closeness, or whether they want to dominate. I'm sure you can tell from some of the questions where it belongs. But I want you to answer these questions by giving it a rating of 1 to 5. Do you need to have more sex? Number 2, do you need to have sex every day? Number 3, do you need to have an orgasm every day? Number 4, do you need to let myself go sexually with someone? Do you need to let yourself go sexually with someone? Just remember, from 1 to 5. Do you need sex every couple of days? That's number 5. Do you need sex every couple of days? That's not bad. Number 6, do you need someone who is great in bed, quote and unquote? Good question. Again, rate it from 1 to 5. Number 7, do you need sex with a lot of partners? Rate it 1 to 5. Number 8, do you need to take control of your partner when you are intimate? Number 9, do you need a partner who loves me? You can get which category that is, right? The closeness. Do you need a partner who loves me or loves you? Do you need somebody to love? Do you need companionship? That was number 11. Number 12, do you need a companion in life? Again, what's the rating? 1 to 5. Number 13, do you need to completely trust the people that you are intimate with? Number 14, do you need someone special in your life? I think we all do. Number 15, Do you need somebody to hold your hand? And I'm repeating it into you, but when you read it after, it says, do you need someone to hold my hand? Number 16, do you need a few really good friends? Again, 1 to 5. Number 17, do you need someone to sleep next to you? Do you always have to have someone sleeping next to you? Rate it 1 to 5. Number 18, my partner, do you need your partner to tell you where they are at all times? Do you need your partner to disclose where they are at all times? Again, 1 to 5. Number 19, do you need control over your partner? Number 20, my partner, do you need my partner to give you, do you need your partner to give you what you want, such as financial support, clothes, a car? Rate that 1 to 5. Do you need that? Number 21, do you need a partner that you can manipulate? Again, from 1 to 5. And the last question, do you need the ability to order your partner to have sex with you if you want to have sex? And we know where that goes, straight to the domination side. So again, there is a need for sexual intimacy for all of us. What degree do you have it? Do you fall on the needy side, the affiliation, which is the closeness side, or the domination side? You need to know that in relationship too, so you get a clear understanding of the type of relationship you're in, so that you can meet each other's needs. And that's why I bring up this questionnaire for you to understand whether you are in an intimate relationship that is balanced for you and your partner. Okay? All right, so I just wanted to bring that up. Tomorrow we're going to bring up the fear of intimacy. I have a questionnaire for that. We'll talk a little bit more about that in case we do have some people out there that have that fear of intimacy, which of course is going to be a fact that a lot of people are in relationships where they're not having a lot of intimacy because there is a fear from upbringing from childhood. So we'll touch that tomorrow and see what we find out. Okay, guys? All right. Wanted to talk to you tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care. Ciao.